As we enter the last 1/3 of 2016, how are you reaching forward to get your goals, both personal and professional? Hello, I'm Vicki Simons with TruckDriversMoneySavingTips.com, and we're going to be talking about setting goals tonight. And I have I have two quotes and a tool, actually two tools, and some tips for you. So let me begin by giving you a quote from a now passed on business owner. His name is Jim Rohn. He said, "It is the set of the sails, not the direction of the wind, that determines which way we will go. It is the set of the sails, not the direction of the wind, that determines which way we will go." Okay, and this is from a mindset standpoint. Okay, I realize very well that there are certain limitations that you as a professional driver have. Your hours of service are capped. The quality of the equipment that you're driving may hinder your ability to do it. But what is your mindset telling you? Okay, are you reaching forth? Are you being a good employee or a good owner-operator, a good independent driver? Are you stretching forth to do as much as you can? Are your sales, that is, if you were to apply this as an analogy or a metaphor to yourself, being a sailboat, okay, how are your sails set? Are they set to catch the wind so that no matter how that wind is blowing, that you are able to move in the direction that you're going? All right, another quote. All right, make sure that you can read it here. "You cannot change your destination overnight, but you can change your direction overnight." All right, and what this means is, from a mindset perspective, am I reaching forth to make myself better? For example, are you learning the skills that you need to be a better driver? Okay, are you, for example, if you want to go into a different form of trucking, for example, if all you've ever hauled is dry van, but all of a sudden you decide you want to do reefers or flatbeds, are you learning the skills that will enable you to be able to do that? Okay, if there are some, let's just say, aerodynamic enhancements that you can put on your truck so that you get better fuel mileage, are you reaching forth to get that so that you can, as an owner operator or an independent, get a better fuel mileage over a period of time? Okay, so let me give you the tips. All right, and I printed these out because I was on a team call earlier today and was talking about affirmations. Okay, and please don't dismiss this as some sort of a psychological mumbo jumbo, but the fact of the matter is, what we think about, okay, we have a tendency to become. Okay, if you find that you are using the terms "I never" or "I always" in ways that are not building you up, that are destroying you from the inside out and in your mind, okay, I'm going to challenge you to use positive affirmations. And on our website, you can request these through our free downloads page. I have two sheets. One is the yearly goals and it has the blank there so you can put in your the year. Okay, and I broke these down into sections of life that are meaningful for my husband and me. And these are spiritual, church, marriage, family, home, professional, financial, physical, health, wellness, mental, social, and community support, and political. Okay, on a different tip sheet, or goal sheet, I have one that is specifically geared for professional truck drivers. And it says, yearly trucking goals for, and giving the date there for you to fill in, miles per week average, income per week average, truck upgrade or renovation or repair, large maintenance items, idle percentage per month, safety bonus, performance bonus, awards, utilization increased, or deadhead miles decreased. Okay, and until I mentioned in a previous broadcast that the unexamined life is not worth living. And so when you start to put some of this stuff down on paper, work to become that, okay? I also gave a tip on the team call about Hebrews chapter 11 verses 1 and 2, for those of you who are familiar with the Bible, it talks about faith being the evidence of things not seen and the conviction of things hoped for. So I may have said that a little differently than the way it is in the Bible, but you understand what I'm saying. Basically what we're doing is we have, and we we want for things to be a certain way even though they are not in existence right now. So let me give you an affirmation. And this is, for example, and we talk about this on our website, financial. All right, because we are TruckDriversMoneySavingTips.com. All right, we talk a lot about finances and things that can either help you to save more money or that cost you more money as a trucker. All right, so let's just say, for example, and I'm going to be mentioning this in, I'm going to be talking about the goal setting here in just a moment, but let's just say that right now you have $10,000 worth of debt and you want to get rid of it. Okay, so under the financial, you could write affirmations like, my family and I are debt-free. Okay, it's not as though you're lying to yourself. You are simply working toward the goal to make sure that you become debt-free. And if you want to put in a legacy type of an affirmation, my family and I are generously giving to others from our excess or our prosperity or our, whatever it is that's extra above whatever your needs are. So think constructively and positively about those things, and that goes into the section about goal setting. Some of these tips are going to be coming directly from our goal setting page on our website. Trucker goal setting instead of making New Year's resolutions. I don't believe in setting New Year's resolutions. I think that New Year's resolutions are basically not very good because a resolution does not have specific things. So first of all, you want to understand that there are short-term goals and long-term goals. Okay, and we view the achievement of long-term goals as the successful achievement of a series of short-term goals. And it's kind of like getting to the top of a ladder by climbing up one step at a time. Secondly, you may choose to have a number of goals, such as in different areas of your life, and I mentioned those. Okay. Also, be aware that your goals are not necessarily anyone else's goals. You need to make your goals specific. Now, if you have a family, you want to make sure that your family has this goal together and that you are working towards your own personal goals and professional goals to make your family goals happen. All right. So some folks like to get broad goals, but the thing about it is a broad area goal on finances to a certain degree, it can be detrimental. If you have 12 months in a year, okay, you want to have 12 steps in your goal, okay, check in yourself every month instead of saying, well, I'm just going to check myself on a quarterly basis. Well, you can check yourself on a quarterly basis, but the thing about it is are you going to be able to keep your goals on that broad of a scale? So one website on goal setting encourages readers to make goals according to the SMART model, but we also added in the word way as well. So SMARTWAY. S stands for specific, M stands for measurable, A for attainable, R for relevant, T for time bound, and I added W, write it down as a form of commitment, A, accountability partner, get one to help you stay focused, and Y for yes-based, state your goal positively. Okay, so just as in driving a truck and delivering freight, and talk about this on our budgeting page, there are 4 crucial parts of the budgeting process. Knowing where you have been, that is previous loads and customers, history, good and bad experiences. Knowing where you are, the shipper. Knowing where you are going, the consignee or receiver. And knowing how you will get there, the route and the responsibilities that you have. So that is, let's just say that, for example, a family is $10,000 in debt and the trucker has maybe $1,000 or more that he can apply to that debt every month. And he wants to pay off that debt in 12 months. He writes it down. He captures all of the SMART attributes. He casts it positively to help him make that commitment to pay the debt off and asks a friend to hold him accountable. Now, what happens if you're pretty good for 8 months in a row? All right, like we're in August now, fixing to go into September, but in September you fall off the bandwagon and you can't do that $1,000. Well, put in $800 or whatever that you can. Okay, at least do something. Don't just say, well, in a different analogy, I had one piece of cake, so I'm just going to eat the whole cake. Okay, you don't have to just say, because I didn't hit this 1 month, it's all over. You don't have to do that. So let me also talk with you about the situation with respect to WTHMMMG. And that stands for, will this help me meet my goals? All right, and this is going to be where you enter in a certain amount of discipline. All right, Mike and I have been on the road. We've been in many a truck stop. We understand all the shiny things that are in there. Okay, everything from the cards and the gifts and the little doodads that you can take home to your family, the electronics, the all the fast food that's there, the clothing, the everything. We know what it's like. We've been there. All right, it is so easy to say, well, instead of cooking something in my truck tonight, I'm just going to go ahead and I'll just get something out of the trucker store, or I'll just eat a meal out. Okay, I'm not saying you can't ever do that, but I'm saying, will this help you meet your goals? Okay, if your budget says I can eat out 3 times a week, what happens if you eat out consistently 4 times a week? Will that help you meet your goals or not? Okay, you decide. All right, you decide. These 2 goals, the personal and the professional, are available through our free downloads page. Every year, you may or may not know that my husband used to teach. Okay, he taught in a school, and every year for the last 4 years that Mike taught middle school, he had to have the talk, okay, with his students about mediocrity versus excellence. Okay, and there was always a mid-year slump where a large percentage of the students just seemed to slack off in their work. So, and I wrote this on the goal-setting page. Since you're an adult, we're sure that we're sure that all we need to do is encourage you to approach your goal setting with excellence and determination. Work to overcome the status quo. Don't give in to complacency. Let no one deter you from pursuing an honorable goal. Okay, and for your benefit, we have those downloads. In fact, there's a lot more than just those 2 things on our downloads page. We have over 35 resources that are available if you'll just ask for them. Okay, just put your name and email address in the little form and you'll get those in no time. If you have questions, please feel free to submit those below the video or get in touch with us through our website, TruckDriversMoneySavingTips.com. All right, to finalize money savings tips, one of the benefits of being debt-free, assuming that's one of your goals, is that you are free to pursue allowing your money to work for you. Okay, supposedly Albert Einstein was quoted as saying this: the most powerful force in the universe is compound interest. If you choose to take your savings and invest them in a compound interest-bearing account, it is amazing what you can amass over time. If you Google the phrase compound interest calculator, you can find a suitable device to help you in your goal setting. So you decide what your goals are and you work for those, okay? Don't think that you can't do something that is within your grasp, okay, even though you may not see a way of being able to accomplish it now. So, for example, let's just say that, the Bureau of Labor Standards talks about various median incomes for certain types of occupations, and one of those is professional truck driving. And when I look at their averages on a yearly basis, it's kind of like some people aren't getting anywhere close to the average of what a regular truck driver is earning. Especially, I heard from a trucker's wife one time, and she said, my husband's only earning 30 cents a mile. Okay, well, that's slave labor as far as I'm concerned, but the fact of the matter is, what was he doing to try to make himself better or get to the place where he could get beyond that 30 cents, okay? What was he doing? So if your goal is to get up to the average and then get past that, then work. Do that. You're not a tree, as Jim Rohn would say. Okay, if you don't like what's happening, change it. Okay, so that may include learning how to do something extra from the cab of your truck in your off-duty hours as a second income. That's certainly something that you can pursue. We also have information on our website about that. But I'm going to challenge you tonight. This is Leadership Wednesday. Take leadership of your trucking career. You can do it. I have every reason to believe that everyone that's going to hear this video is going to say, she believes in me, and I do. Okay, if you're working as a professional truck driver, you are doing one of the hardest and most needed jobs in America, and it's also one of the most deadly, so be careful. All right, feel free to get in touch with us. We're here. If we don't respond right away, it's probably because we're sleeping. All right, all of us have to sleep from time to time. And by the way, get some good sleep, drivers, okay? You deserve it. And your 10 hours of off-duty hours, make sure you get some good sleep, okay? All right, until next time, my husband Mike and I wish you safe travels and lots of money saving opportunities on the road. Have a great night. Thanks.